Familiar territory for the Badgers. Hey there, I'm Lauren Shehadi, and welcome to the Champ Sports Bowl preview. Plenty of snowbirds making their way down to Florida, of course, from the Midwest. For those tough winter months in Wisconsin, no exception. When the Badgers take the field on December 27th, it'll be a lot warmer. It will also be the 5th straight bowl inside the Sunshine State, but the expectations were much higher than the Champ Sports Bowl. 15 returning starters and a number 12 preseason ranking had the Badgers at least eyeing the Rose Bowl, if not a national title. Where else? In Miami. A 19-0 halftime lead against Michigan opened up conference play, but the Badgers found a way to lose against Michigan and went on a 4-game losing streak. Wisconsin had to rattle off a few wins at the end of the season and just got by FCS team Cal Poly. One of the reasons that the Badgers are in the postseason is P.J. Hill. Just another season in his stellar 3-year career so far. The junior ran for over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. For his career, he has over 3,800 yards, 42 touchdowns. Even though the Badgers have made the state of Florida their home the past 5 bowl games, they will appear to be on the road. That's because Tallahassee is about only 4 hours away. In 2007, the Noles finished the regular season with a 6-6 record. This time around, they are 8-4 and feel like they are on their way back to national title contention very soon. But for now, the Champ Sports Bowl waits. FSU's lost 3 of 5 after starting out 6-1. The most recent loss coming at the hands of the rival Gators by 30 points. The Florida Citrus Bowl hosted the first bowl game for Bobby Bowden at FSU in 1977. 31 years later, he is back, but this time for the Noles' first ever meeting with the Badgers. This is not our first ever meeting with Dennis Dodd, our college football columnist. We always have him answer all of our questions. And Dennis, Florida State landed in a nice spot considering they felt like they were snubbed twice by the Chick-fil-A Bowl and the Gator Bowl. They're going to show up physically. What about mentally, Dennis?
Well, I think they'll be there. You mentioned it, them being so close to home, and there'll be a comfort level there. With Michigan taking the gas pipe this year, Florida State now has the longest active winning streak of 27 bowls in a row, but most of those lately have been of the championship variety. They want to get back in that groove in the ACC, and they're not quite there. I think you mentioned the Florida game. I thought they'd be, and I think they thought they'd be more competitive in that game, and that kind of showed how far they are back, at least maybe in the national level, where they couldn't stay with the Gators down there in Tallahassee. So, meanwhile, Wisconsin's on a school record run of 7 consecutive bowls. They've been one of the biggest disappointments, I think you'd have to say, of 2008. Quarterback troubles were immense. Dustin Shearer took over for Allen Everidge in mid-season. Neither really got much done. I think the biggest problem with Wisconsin was turnovers. 27 of them, including 16 fumbles. Not good for a team that runs the ball.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff now. FSU appears to have a home game here. It's a couple hours away. Do you expect the Noles to handle the Badgers?
Well, I think they do. Unless Wisconsin has turned a switch and become more consistent, I think FSU, in their home state, with their home fans, glad to be in a bowl again. Glad to be, in the national picture again. This is one of the most balanced teams in the country. The offense is incredibly balanced. 185 yards, averaging both rushing and passing. Christian Ponder, the quarterback, is getting better. They can run with most teams on defense. The Noles should go into next season ranked and probably favorites to win the ACC Atlantic. I like them in this game.
Dennis Dodd, our college football columnist. Thanks, as always.
Thank you.
You got stats, you got game highlights. It's all on CBSSports.com. Don't miss it. I'm Lauren Shehadi.